Today I'm here to test out one of Vicseed's new car mount holders. This car mount holder is model number CTVK62, and this car mount holder is new to Vicseed's line. So there's a couple of different ways to attach this car mount. First is with Vicseed's absolutely awesome car mount holder. This car mount holder is really cool because this little alligator clip like thing will grip and hold onto your car vent. See these little claws here? Those little claws are going to make sure that that actually locks on to your vent. And once you install that on a vent, like, it's really on there good, and I really like this and appreciate this like alligator style clip from Vicseed. This is definitely my favorite mount. It works in both horizontal and vertical vents. I use it on my Vicseed magnetic mount, which I absolutely love because I'm using my halo lock on the back of my Samsung phone, and that thing just, I mean, it's basically perfect. I mean, I've not had to readjust this alligator clamp on here. Only thing that really moves is the vent itself. But, you know, I think that this alligator clip on this Vicseed mount is absolutely incredible. And very rarely do I have to go in and adjust it. I mean, you can, but you don't really have to very often. So the new Vicseed mount includes that same awesome alligator clip. It includes a secondary setup, which they give you two of these adhesive pads, which you can use to install on the surface of your car, on your dashboard somewhere. And they give you some cleaning wipes to clean your dashboard so that these will stick seriously strong on your dashboard. I'm not seeing any instructions on how to remove these if you do stick it on your dashboard, if for some reason you don't use the car vent mount. And that's okay, because I think there's going to be applications where that makes a lot of sense. And then you have this additional connection which you combine onto that mount, and you're going to use this little slider to lock it in place. And once you lock that in place, it doesn't come off. Super easy to take that, undo it, and then this comes right off. Again, it goes on so fast. Lock it in place and that won't come off. So that's super simple, and I think it actually looks decent as well. And this is going to give you some kind of degree of flexibility on how you adjust the angle of this arm. There's a nice mechanism which you can lock this in place. As well, you can extend the arm in the front so you can get a little bit of extra distance. So look at that. You know, depending on your setup, you can put this pretty far back on your dash. You can adjust it up, down. You could install it up, like let's say on your window, and have your phone just extend down from there. And you've got that adjustability in multiple directions to extend that arm and also control the angle of that arm. Once you do that, this is the holder that they give you. Let's check and see if it's big enough for today's kinds of phones. Yep, my Samsung Galaxy 22 Ultra fits right in there. You kind of squeeze that in place and then it's in there. There's a pretty simple button on the back that you use to release the phone. Those arms open up when you do. So that button is really easy. You just push it and that comes out right away. I mean, since you're watching this on video, I'll tell you right now, inside these little arms that hold your phone in place, these are super soft silicone, almost like ventilation type fins, but they're super soft silicone, and that's gripping your phone very gently. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but that's gripping the phone very gently, and it's also silicone padding here, which will also protect the back of the phone pretty nicely. Same silicone padding down here. This is pretty light, but the mechanism seems to work well, and it's not very loud when you click it and when you use it. So next, after you decide what you're going to do, loosen up loosen up this nut, install the ball adapter in there, and then you can adjust this in a lot of different ways. Once you get it where you want, you tighten this nut, and that's going to prevent that from moving at all, and that's going to give you the angle that you want. So in the Ford Edge, you got this interesting compartment here, which actually makes it pretty difficult to install a phone mount right there. I could probably put it on the side over here, probably stick it right here, which would work. It feels like it's a pretty flat surface, and then I could extend this down. I personally am 100% preferring the alligator clip. Once you have one of these and you get the mount that you like on your vent, you can pretty much connect any adapter that you want for your phone. So I think that's cool. And let's just put this one on. Okay. Don't put the nut on tight. If you put the nut on tight, it's not going to go onto the ball joint. Leave that nut very loose. Basically not even on at this point. Pop that on. Tighten it up. And that won't move at all anymore. It's going to be where you want it. Tighten that ball joint up as much as you need to get this tight so that it won't move. And then your phone just slides right in, and you compress to keep it in place. When you want to take it out, there's a button behind, you press it and you get it out. That's total simplicity, and I think that will work with pretty much any vent, vertical or horizontal mount, or on your dash. And I think one of the benefits of putting something like this on your dashboard rather than putting something in your air vent is in the summer, the air conditioning is pretty heavily blocked by a giant phone in front of the air vent. So if you use this dash mount or put it on the windshield mount, you're going to at least get better ventilation in your car. So that's it. That's my quick hit review of the Vicseed car mount. I think this is, the versatility of this is really in the different kinds of mounting options that they give you between the dashboard or windshield mount and Vicseed's absolutely awesome alligator clip mount for your air vents. And this is definitely my favorite on the market because of the way that that works. This is my favorite available mount today. Although I will say from Vicseed, from my point of view with the Vicseed, I really like the magnetic mount as well. And since I'm using that halo lock on the back of my Android phone, this is my preferred mount because it's just a little bit easier for me to get my phone on and off than having to press that button on the back. So that's it. That's my review of the Vicseed CTVK62 car mount. Thanks for watching. See you next time on So Zen's Gadgets.